Yeah, I want to hear more about how you were in a former life in just a second. Welcome back to the Isaac Abrams Show, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Abrams. Today's very special guest.
That was dirty.
Hollywood. I do that to everybody. Hollywood historian and former comedian Maddie Hanson.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I fucked everybody's name up.
Okay.
Not on purpose.
It's Maddie or Madeline.
So both are correct.
Yeah, both are correct.
Either you identify as a Maddie or a Madeline.
Or a Madeline, yeah.
That's brave.
Yeah. I know.
Yes. I know. That's hilarious. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
All the way into the middle of Hollywood.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your favorite movie from the 20s and 30s or of all time?
Ooh, well, oh God, I don't know. That's really hard.
Or
I like The Women. I don't know. There's so many good ones. It's
is
really
that a
tough.
movie?
Yeah.
Or
I like
just like the women from the movies?
I like all the women from the 20s and 30s.
Okay.
No, it's a movie called The Women. I like that movie. I like It Happened One Night. I mean, these are like classics too.
Are they talkies?
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like
anything
any
after
silent film?
1927 is mostly talkies after The Jazz Singer.
Did you see
which that movie Babylon was about.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I didn't, but it was interesting. It was pretty. Like I thought they portrayed Hollywood really well. I don't know. I found it a little like gratuitous and I was
like a
enough.
little like no one's ever had a party like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's just parts where I was like, all right, this is just like gross at this point, and I want to see more. And I guess maybe I'm just kind of like a purist. Like I wanted it to be more like historically accurate and stuff. But I do think so. I don't know. I thought the acting was good, and yeah, there are aspects. I guess it was just a little hit or miss. There are aspects I liked about it, and some I didn't.
Yeah, I thought it was unrealistic that they were filming in Santa Clarita and they sent that PA to go get a camera and he came back on time.
Yeah, like come on.
Yeah. But I've been that kid.
Right.
It's like, we need this now. You have to speed. And I'm like,
yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
And no PA ever would steal an ambulance to get a camera back.
He was good.
He was great.
What's that actor's name?
I have no idea. And no one will ever know who he is. I think that's the only movie he's ever going to be in.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, isn't he the main character in it?
Brad Pitt.
No, the like
Margot Robbie.
Hispanic-y.
Oh, boy.
What is his name?
I don't know.
Hispanic.
Wow. Now he's Irish? Okay.
I don't know. It's a melting pot.
It is. I do not know.
But he should have played Desi in the... I think he'd be a good Desi. If they did a Lucy...
They did.
If they did one that was like... If they did one where people could like... Where Nicole Kidman could move her face. Like if they did like a real one.
Yeah.
Like that one was just... I mean, I didn't hate it actually, but I don't know. I think if it would have been more successful if they cast like lesser known stars.
I also think it would
in my opinion, but
probably done a little better if they didn't make two at once.
What do you mean?
Two different Lucy movies came out at the same time. One was a documentary.
Oh, like the Amy Poehler documentary?
Don't know if it had Amy Poehler in it, but it was.
She's like produced one of the documentaries.
Yeah. There was like 3 I Love Lucy things that came out all at the same time. And I was like...
That's how I started. That's how I first got into classic film was when I was like 10 years old.
Okay.
I got really into I Love Lucy or around that age. And then I just got into other like old TV shows and I'd like record them on VHS and like label them by like years and like episodes and... Do
you still have all your tapes?
No, I don't think so. But they were like volume 1, volume 2. It was autistic, but...
Oh, interesting. So you're cured. You found a
cure.
cure.
Yeah.
At least they fixed your face.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the I Love Lucy stage?
No.
It's at Hollywood Center Studios, which
I haven't been to it.
Las Palmas. It's one of the first stages I ever filmed.
I used to live right by there too. I don't know why. It's one of those things that I guess you just don't do if you live here, but you should.
That's one of the only lots that doesn't have a tour, so it's going to be kind of hard.
Yeah.
But if you don't know this at home, if you're just sitting in Milwaukee and you've never been to Hollywood, the stages that you film on...
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah. Never come here.
Don't.
On the side of the door before you walk into any stage in Hollywood has what's been filmed on it. And if a really iconic show has been there, they name that stage after that really iconic show. So stage 4 at Hollywood Center Studios is the I Love Lucy stage. Yeah. Which is cool.
I need to make it happen.
Yeah. Get on there.
Yeah.
And here's a pro tip for you. If you ever come to Hollywood and you're touring, don't get the tour. Call the wardrobe department and ask for a drive on. And then you can get on any lot for free.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You just got to go in the back of the WB.
Tricks and tips.
That's it.
But then you have to cross a picket line. So
Well, the wardrobe department's not on strike right now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, are they just like hoping that everybody goes on strike or what?
Well, the directors
the
will
directors
never.
Guild won't.
They
right?
struck for 4 hours one time and it was over. So that's never going to happen.
Right.
Who else could strike? The Teamsters just
other crew. Yeah.
Yeah, they just redid their contract. So the only people that are left is art department, grip electric, transpo, hair, makeup, wardrobe. They're all in one.
Yeah. Were you working in production back in, what was it, 2007 or 2008? 2008.
The other writer's strike?
Yeah.
09?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were?
Mm-hmm.
Did it
sucked like this? Yes.
Yeah.
Here's what happened and what is currently happening right now.
Right.
Everybody's like, oh, commercials are fine.
Right.
Because commercial people, the contract's not, like, nobody cares. Everybody, like, we can still get SAG actors, whatever, but they're still like standing unit. What happens when the movies and TV shut down is that, like, Steven Spielberg starts shooting Tide commercials.
Right.
That's an extreme example. He's got enough money not to do it.
Right.
But, like, I was talking to somebody on set yesterday and they're like, oh, Chibo's willing to shoot. He's a cinematographer that did, like, that bear movie with, what's his name?
Yeah.
Everybody at home's like, no, I don't know.
Are you talking about the
guy who shot The Revenant?
The Revenant. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I conveyed it perfectly.
Well, you have to be careful because there's Cocaine Bear, there's The Bear, there's Leo Bear.
Yes. So the cinematographer from The Revenant is currently, like, shooting commercials.
Really?
Yeah. I did a Chevy commercial with him like 3 years ago. He's just like, when he's between movies, he's like shooting stuff.
Oh, wow.
So the point I'm driving at.
Commercial involved.
Everybody on set now is like, so the client or the agency, they're like, oh, wait a minute. We can get Quentin Tarantino to sell soap this week. And of course the client's like, really? So the people who solely work on commercials who aren't really a household name, we end up sitting at home.
Right.
So I was a PA during the last one.
Yeah.
Which it really sucks to go out of work when you're a PA because you don't make enough money to, like, you don't have
to live
6 months of savings when you're a production assistant.
Yeah.
So
why does anyone need to do comedy when you can do this?
I know.
You don't have to pay for mics. You don't have to see.
This is much more expensive than paying for mics.
Fat guys in sweatshirts.
Oh, that's true.
With flip flops or what? And
you don't have to. Yeah. My favorite line from Mike's is, that works in San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
You've never been to San Diego.
I actually really liked doing mics. I liked doing mics more than shows.
Okay. I don't.
Nobody else feels this way but me.
No.
Nobody else.
I started backwards.
Yeah.
And people have heard this a ton.
Wait, so you started doing shows first? I don't know this story, actually.
I was on the road with a couple of different people as their videographer, and both of them offered to let me do time. And I would go out every once in a while, but not every night.
Right.
And then with the most recent person that I've been touring with, I go out every night.
Oh, okay.
And he does sometimes theaters, he does sometimes clubs.
Yeah.
So I just whipped up 8 minutes.
Wow.
I've been telling people I've been a comic for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really actively working on it every day kind of shit.
Yeah.
So now that I am more actively working on it every day, I'm like, can't this thing just take off so I can just be Andrew Schultz? Like,
yeah. I started doing mics and then I didn't even want to do shows. I was like, no.
You'd rather do mics?
Yeah.
It's so hard to do mics.
I liked just writing new stuff and trying new things on stage and just like getting inspiration. I don't know. I liked the process of it.
Okay. Well, to each his own.
Yeah.
Or there.
I mean, I'm the only,
Sorry, I didn't mean to gender
take
you.
that his out of there. Hold on. I just want to fix this because I feel like it's pressing on my weird.
Your weird ears?
My weird ears. You know, big ear problems.
You know what they say about big ears?
They hurt.
Yeah, they do. They do hurt. I just switched those out. Those are newer.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to go.
You got them for like smaller ear people because you're prejudiced.
Yeah. And I just looked at the headphones from the last guest and there was makeup all over them.
Oh.
I don't know who puts makeup on their ears.
Elves.
And don't think that the episode that came out before this is the person I'm talking about because I don't put them out in order. And it was definitely the person that I recorded last. But they come out in different orders.
Yeah.
So I think she puts makeup on her ears.
That's weird, yeah.
It happens all the time.
Really? I mean, I might get makeup on there, I guess.
You'll get it like right here, but she had like the whole circle. Like, girl, what you doing with makeup back
Contouring.
here? Yeah, I should just show the people.
She's in whiteface.
Holy cow! What if she was just? What is that movie with the two guys?
Rachel Dolezal or
the Wayans brothers, where they
White Chicks?
Yes.
So funny.
I don't know why I couldn't remember that name. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah. Or Rachel Dolezal, the one who was in charge of the what was she? But she was actually white, but everyone thought she was black.
I don't know who she is.
The NAACP or something. She was actually white.
She is the NAACP?
Well, she was like the president or something. I don't know.
Is this recent?
No, this is no. Now I think she does like cameo or whatever.
Hilarious.
But she was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't even think she was mixed. I think she was actually just white, but just like tanned and like got perms. Or I'm not being racist. This is what she did.
Well,
look it up.
You're talking about a fact where a white person was working at the NAACP as a black person.
Yes.
Okay. So many things I want to say there.
But no one knew for a while, a long time. It's not like it was like, and then they were like, wait a minute.
Ethnicity's kind of tough because...
no one questioned it, I guess, because maybe she was just mixed, or I don't know. Or maybe they thought she was mixed, but I don't think she was.
Oh, not even at all.
I don't think she was mixed at all.
That's crazy.
I think she had like contacts and stuff.
Let's put an article up right here.
I think we have to look at, people,
I'm just hanging you out to dry right now.
I know, this is bad. Yeah.
Come on over and do the pod, Maddie. And you're like...
This is definitely... Because my friend always sends me
tell me more about this black person you don't know anything about.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, I mean, she's white, so you can say whatever you want, right?
Be careful. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Of who? Oh, Maddie ain't scared of white folks. Bring your best, bitch.
Not afraid of white folks.
You already told people where they live.
Not afraid of cops. Yeah.
Oh, wait, now we're doing cops?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, queen. Yeah. Shit on cops now.
No, I'm just saying I'm not afraid of them because...
Because. Yeah. That leads me to another Hollywood story.
Let's go back to
old Hollywood story. So MGM, which turned into Sony, we were filming on stage 31. We were doing one of those burger commercials I was telling you about.
Right.
And we found out that the stage next door, I think it's stage 32, but I could be wrong. It's all in a cluster. We were directly next door to the stage that they did the circle of the Wizard of Oz.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They left like the original circle.
Wow.
In the floor.
Wow.
And my producer was like, he called the stage folks, the stage managers, and he was like, I want you to pull the floor up and I want to take pictures on the Wizard of Oz. And they were like, oh, we don't do that anymore. And he was like, okay, I'd like to rent that stage for the day. And he was going to have his own art department, like pull it up and like take his client over there to take pictures. Right. And they were like, it's booked. And we're like, no, it's empty. We want to rent it right now for 1 hour. It doesn't matter. He did everything. He was going to throw like 10 grand at it just to take a picture.
Wow.
So I came this close as a PA to being like,
that would have been really cool.
It would have been awesome. But we did go walk in there and I was like, oh, this is where everybody was doing their thing.
Yeah.
So.
Gives you the chills kind of.
Yeah.
And then they were doing Gone with the Wind, right? Like next door, like at Selznick's Studios in Culver City.
Which became Culver City Studios.
Right.
Which is
correct.
now
Correct. Yeah. So
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Bought the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah. Well, and Netflix bought the the Egyptian theater and stuff. They
bought the theater. They also bought 2 stages that used to just be for photo shoots.
Right.
And now that's right off of not Melrose.
Beverly? No.
Hollywood.
Uh-huh. That was hard to think of.
Yeah, I know, right?
What's that street called?
What is that place we used to go? It's funny because if you live in LA or you call it Hollywood, right? Mm-hmm. Like you try and stay the fuck out of Hollywood and Highland as much as possible.
Oh yeah, I used to live on Hollywood and Highland, and now I never go. I did go to the TCM, the Turner Classic Movie Festival. I went in April, and I stayed at the Roosevelt, and that was the last time.
Did you like it?
The festival?
The room.
The Roosevelt?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, if it wasn't the Roosevelt, it would be a little like run down. Like I do, obviously I like the history of it.
Sure.
I like the lobby and all that stuff, but like the actual rooms, yeah.
I have a big problem with the Roosevelt.
They're way overpriced for for what it is.
I got a good deal the couple times I stayed there, but
Yeah.
we've filmed there a number of times. The rooms right by the pool are fantastic.
That's the one we stayed in.
You stayed right by the pool?
Yeah.
Those are very expensive.
Yeah.
They're suites. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I have heard the rooms, like,
They're just
the like
okay.
peasant rooms are not are not as nice.
Yes, I stayed in a peasant room in my former life when I was a peasant. I'm still a peasant. I'm a peasant that lives at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of peasants that live at the beach.
You know, quite a
Everyone
few.
that lives at the beach looks like a peasant.
That's
even if they're
true.
not. You're like,
Yeah.
come on, get it together.
The richest people in Los Angeles look like they have the least amount of money.
I miss rich people looking rich. Like that's one of the cool things about old Hollywood, or like the 30s, especially during the Depression. Everyone wanted to look rich, and everyone that was rich like flaunted it, which is fun.
That's going to be a great clip.
Yeah.
I'm going to clip that.
I mean, it is kind of.
It's all like Great Gatsby style, like lavish parties and champagne and suits. And have you seen some of the pictures from like on set? Of course you have. You're an expert. So there's a stage that I film at sometimes, and they have pictures of like everybody behind the scenes. Everybody's smoking cigarettes.
Oh yeah.
But the crew, they all have 3-piece suits on.
Oh,
like,
I know.
That was the thing.
Right.
And that I just thought that was so classy. It's just like everybody goes to work wearing a suit.
It'd be so hard for people now to go back to that, or like wearing hats even. Like that's something that like people can't go. Well, it's too much effort. You know what I mean?
Like good hats.
Like how are we gonna go from people wearing like pajamas to the grocery store back to men wearing 3-piece suits to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's gonna be a little rough.
It's not gonna happen.
No. Well, it could.
How?
Someone would have to say like, I want the whole crew to be in character.
Well, and maybe if Hollywood started doing that, like if Hollywood stars, then everyone would follow the trend, right? But since Hollywood stars try to look
homeless,
yeah, unhoused.
Oh, sorry guys, sorry.
Yikes.
A lot of them are watching this from their tents.
Yeah. They are though. I remember when it first started, it was a bunch of white people in tents with their like laptops. I was like, what is going on here during the pandemic?
And now who is it?
I don't.
I'm just trapping you.
But like, why did they have? Why?
And then I cut out.
What is this trap house? But why?
Welcome back to Trap House. Holy shit!
But why did they all have like?
Well, they all have like
TVs and stuff in there.
So we have by the beach. We have all the RVs just lined up on the road all the way out to the beach.
Oh yeah, right.
And they'll have generators and solar panels and all that kind of crazy stuff.
Right.
But some of the tents in Hollywood are like legit houses now.
Yeah.
I don't know how they could get away with blocking the sidewalk.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they just pick up and move when they get.
Yeah. They came and kicked everybody out of the beach in the middle of the night 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they come and kick them out, and then it just like slowly encroaches, and then
they don't let more than
clean it
5 or
up
6
again.
in Playa before they kick everybody out.
Is Playa sanctuary city, or is it?
No. It's just guarded
not,
by the marina. It's hard to get to.
Yeah.
The marina is to the north and the airport's to the south.
But are all the cities in Los Angeles technically like sanctuary cities because Los Angeles is?
No. Well,
or do you know what I mean?
I do. So there's Los Angeles County, right? But then there's cities that have their own municipalities like Beverly Hills.
Right. Okay.
Which is why you ain't seeing no freaking tents on the sidewalk in Beverly Hills.
Oh, right. Or
Culver
or
City.
down in like Manhattan and
exactly.
And then in the valley it's just too hot. No one wants to.
No. But
who knows if it is?
They built camps for them in the valley.
That's true.
That's why I moved.
They
built a camp across the street from my Chandler.
Oh, okay.
Between the bus path.
Yeah.
I lived right off the bus path.
Did you live on the bus? Did they build like a whole
Did you live on the bus? Yes. I'm one of those
right across
bus
from
dwellers.
You know that right across from the bus.
That was my tent, the blue one. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Well, I guess what we were saying before, no one's gonna. Yes, it was classy that people would wear 3-piece suits.
I'm gonna try and bring it back.
Crew, yeah.
I'm gonna start wearing a 3. I've been wearing black shirts and black jeans for probably 10 years straight.
Yeah.
Got that idea from Zuckerberg.
Oh wow.
But it's cooler to say you got the idea from the guy who did Apple, the dead guy.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah. He wore the same thing every day too.
And only ate fruit. Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
I'm more of a meat eater myself. What's your diet like? Do you have a 1930s diet?
Yes. Turtle soup. And
Do you really eat turtles?
no.
Have you ever had turtles?
No.
Oh.
I don't know if turtle soup is even still in the 30s. That might be like more Victorian, but
There's some good turtle soup in LA.
where?
I didn't know that question was coming. Really? Yup. That's all I thought was
Which
going to happen.
town?
Name the exact place where you get turtle soup. No,
What's
actually,
the demographic like there?
do you know Steve Fury?
Yeah.
He's got a joke about how he went to have turtle soup one time.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So I'm basing all of this off of my interactions with Steve Fury.
Where did he have it?
I don't remember his joke that well.
It was probably not
In Los
in
Angeles.
California, in the United States.
It was probably in
China.
In a China.
In a China.
Yeah. In a China. Steve Fury, in a China. His new special is out now on Amazon Prime.
It probably was. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard of any. Yeah, that's
Specials.
What?
No.
Yeah, that either.
Just try and cut
I've
people
never heard
off.
of any of his specials. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in a China, turtle soup
In a
is out
China,
now.
Turtle
Yeah.
soup. Yeah.
What sparked turtle soup?
Oh, my 1930s diet.
But did people eat turtle soup back then?
I don't know if. Yeah, they still were. I think by 1930. I don't know. I mean, I know it like. Yeah, it was like a Victorian thing, or. I mean, they had it during like the Civil War and stuff.
But see, we're going all the way back to where like used to feed prisoners lobster because it was the crustacean of the sea.
Right.
Before it was a delicacy.
Right.
In the 1700s, 1800s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
1900s. Not in the 1920s and 30s.
Yeah.
But okay, how about this? Are you a food expert on that time period too, or just
No.
Hollywood? Okay.
I mean, I think I would like know. Yeah, I mean, I think if you like asked me like, did they eat this or that, I would know.
Okay.
But like, I'm not like an expert on it.
How about this? Instead of trying to name your favorite movie from that time
I
period,
mean, my favorite. Okay.
pick out a couple of your favorite actors
Okay.
and then like try and put them in like a movie that you haven't seen yet.
You mean create a
Right.
movie on the spot?
I didn't think you were going to put that together. All
Pitch
right.
a movie to you.
How about this?
During a strike.
Yeah. That I definitely won't write and steal and resurrect the dead actors and remake. How about this? Let's take Gone with the Wind, for example.
Okay. Dicey. Yeah.
Oh, is that a racy one?
Well, do you know what it's about? Or-
No. I've only seen it once.
No, not that it's funny. It's just funny that you chose that because it's very on brand for us. I love Gone with the Wind, by the way, but it's about the antebellum South and the Civil War.
Okay, let's
And
pick
the,
a whole nother one.
Yeah, and the dying institution of slavery. So.
All right. Well, I didn't
But
read
I
the
love
subtext
Gone
of
with
that.
the Wind, so I don't mind. I thought you did that on purpose.
No. That's just the first one that came up.
Yeah, you're like, this sounds fun. Gone with the Wind.
Singing in the Rain.
Okay.
Is that in your time period?
Yeah.
Or is that a little later?
It is a little later. I mean, yeah, 50s still is. It's like 1952, I want to
All
say.
right. I got a good
51?
one.
It is still. I do love Singing in the Rain. I know it well. So
How about
that's
this?
fine.
Because I don't know that one well. White
Okay.
Christmas. The Christmas movie, not the
Okay.
White Christmas, right? Have you ever seen
Yeah,
that?
I have seen it.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's a movie about movies. It's a movie about acting.
Uh-huh.
This totally just blows up the whole question. What I was going to do is try and find an old ass movie. Don't know a whole lot of old ass movies.
Okay. Well,
And
I can find one for you then.
Great.
Okay.
I'll let you pick the movie,
Okay.
and then the question was going to be,
Yeah.
who would you replace that person with to make
Oh.
it better or worse?
With a current actor, you mean?
Or an old timey actor? Maybe a current actor would be better. Like, okay, how about I got it.
You
I got
know
it. What old movie from your time period
Okay.
would be good for Brad Pitt to be in? Like if he was alive back then.
Oh, okay. Well.
Or Leo.
Or Leo. Okay.
Or both of them.
Well, I think, yeah, I mean, maybe Gone with the Wind would work because I do think Brad Pitt, as he's aging now and stuff, he does have a more rugged Clark Gable type
Mm-hmm.
with his like mustache and stuff persona. So yeah, I do. Maybe he could be a Rhett Butler. I don't know if he's like masculine enough. Oh man, this is hard.
It's a tough question. That's a really
Leo,
put you
I
on
don't
the
even
spot.
know what type Leo is. Like, I feel like he's
Yeah, he can.
like how would you describe Leo as an actor?
That's a good
He
question.
was great in The Aviator. That is one of my
I was
favorite.
just thinking about
One
The
of my
Aviator.
favorite, yeah. And he
Yeah.
doesn't like look like Howard Hughes,
Mm-mm.
or I mean, Howard Hughes was like 6'4" and ganglier.
Oh, right.
And darker like features, like dark eyes. Dark eyes. What he was.
How dark was he?
How? Now it's time to play. How dark was he? Well, like Leo's more like boyish, like sparkly blue eyes.
He'll
like
always be a babe to me, like a 14-year-old
and stuff, right?
Yeah. He's a crispy
14-year-old and Gilbert Grape.
Gilbert Grape, or is it Gilbert Grape? Train Tracks, Dead Body, Woods. Was that Gilbert Grape? Where they go in the woods. Wesley Crusher was in it. That's not his real name. That's his.
Wesley Crusher. Oh, do you have your phone?
Oh yeah, I don't look stuff up. I like it when people scream at home like. Ah.
Yeah, everyone gets mad. Yeah.
No
one's
Stand by Me.
Point. Maybe. Yeah. Not in LA. There's more. Do you think there's more actresses or actors?
I think there's 100%.
Are we all called actors now? So
I think we're all 100%. Called actors.
All right.
I think there's way more. At least I know more women
Me
actors.
Too. That's what I was.
Yeah.
No, it's just funny that we call them women actors now, when it's like, oh, we could just say actress, but
we could say anything.
Yeah.
We could call them plumbers if we wanted to. Way more women plumbers now.
Yeah,
I knew when we got these paper ass straws at the coffee shop.
I know
that this would happen to me.
I know.
On camera in front of the entire world. Mm-hmm. We're live streaming to Canada.
Yeah, this is like
right
I feel like this is like a symbol for your Roosevelt story.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be.
Yeah.
Eventually, because of the coffee. Yeah. I have discovered today that I don't like coffee beans ice either.
Coffee beans ice?
Coffee beans ice.
I feel like there's a lot of things we've discovered we don't like.
Yeah, we're learning so much about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's when you first get the beverage, it all floats to the top, but your straw's at the bottom, so the beverage is warm.
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the bottom, it sweats.
Coffee bean, they're like weirdos, right?
Fill the whole freaking cup up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would go to Starbucks, but I don't want to drive to get my guests a beverage.
No, totally.
I did that last season.
Yeah.
Not doing it ever again.
No, coffee bean's okay. It's just like weird, right?
It is a little interesting. When someone goes, I don't drink Starbucks, I only drink coffee bean, I worry about that.
Right,
person.
like I'll drink both. Yeah. It's just there are more Starbucks, so
I'm a proximity-based coffee drinker.
Yeah. Are you this is boring, not that who cares about coffee, but are you
this general experience is boring or what we're talking about right now?
I want to go home.
See ya. Hilarious.
Walks into a time machine.
Just a portal opens up. It's black and white on the other side. Yeah. I have to go back to the 1930s where they don't have alcohol. Or was that the 20s?
No, that's both. I mean, Prohibition ended in what, like 1933?
That's the whole thing.
1933. It started like 1920 to 1933, I think.
Right. When was the Depression? This is the 30s?
The stock market crash was 29. So yeah.
Huh.
Throughout the 1930s, yeah.
When is our Great Depression going to happen?
You're in it. I mean, I wouldn't say things are great, right?
You're sitting in it, babe.
I would not say things are great, but
what were you going to
I mean,
ask me something?
you mean like when are we going to have like a cool glamorous depression like that?
Oh, no, we had that one. It was called Pandy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got paid to sit at home doing
Yeah, that was the easiest, yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Some people are like, this is the worst time in history. I'm like, the Middle Ages is like, hold my beer.
Right. Or
the Dark Ages? Ew.
The Dark Ages? Yeah, just the fact that we could take a shower.
Yeah.
Or brush our teeth.
Right.
That kind of smokes like not having a toothbrush your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody on a podcast was talking about George Washington's teeth and how they were made out of wood and like.
I love George Washington.
You do?
Well, yeah. I really like George Washington, actually.
Big time? Big George Washington fan?
Big time George fan.
What is your number one favorite George Washington fact?
I don't know. I don't know. That's hard. That's hard. I don't know.
You really don't know a lot about him,
I guess I don't really know a lot about. No. I mean, I think it's interesting that like he lost so many battles. Like it's not like
he's a battle loser?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, like in the French and Indian War and stuff, he pretty much like
wow, we're just going for it today.
It's called the French and Indian War.
Oh, sure.
Who was the French and Indian War in between?
I don't know. You're not gonna
There's no Indian.
The indigenous? You mean the French and indigenous Americans?
No, it was between the French and the British.
The British being the Indians? You mean the Indians in India?
No, I mean no. No, the Native Indigenous Americans.
Yeah.
But the war wasn't between that. It was between the French and the British.
But they called it the French and Indian War?
Correct.
It's really bad branding.
Yeah. I mean, they were involved.
Right.
Like, they were split, obviously. Like, some of them sided with the British, some of them sided with.
Some who?
Some of them.
Who is them?
The others.
Okay. I can't trap you into saying Indians, can I? But
well,
that's when
you
we
can
got the
say
lead.
it in a historical context, right?
I don't think so.
Why?
Because they're not Indians. They're
they're not
indigenous Americans.
Yeah, but we can't change the name of the French and Indian War.
I don't know, dude. We've changed a lot.
Well, anyways, he lost a lot of battles. It's not like he had like a great track record before the American Revolution.
So you are an overall history buff, but especially movies.
Especially, yeah, movies, especially in the 1930s and 40s.
Did they make a movie about George Washington?
And I like the American Revolution.
In your
the
time
30s
period?
or 40s?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. There's like a lot. I don't know if there's one specifically about him. I could be. There probably is. I don't know, actually. I know there's like drums along the Mohawk, and then there's like Last Mohicans and stuff.
The Last of the Mohicans.
Do you know what that is?
I've seen it. Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yeah, but there's like there's like an old one,
right,
too, from like the 30s, 37
I think
or something.
that this is why I think we live in a simulation.
Yeah. I
think all movies were written in the 20s and 30s. Even The Matrix, right? Even computer-based stuff. They're just remaking them now.
Well, I guess that's kind of true, right?
Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah. But that was, you think it was written then?
Is there one? Yeah, everything's been written. Is there one movie that you're like, never remake this? Like, don't ever even try it?
Do you mean don't try it because it sucks, or don't try it because you can't remake it?
Like it's.
I mean, they should not remake. Well, they won't remake Gone with the Wind, but like they shouldn't touch it anyway.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
do you think
they shouldn't
ever
remake those? They shouldn't do It's a Wonderful Life or any of those.
What about The Wizard of Oz?
Classics.
Do you think they'll ever do that?
I mean, I don't think they should.
I don't either.
Do you?
No.
I don't, and I think it holds up for what it is, because it's not like it's like specific to that time. I mean, I guess the novel is, but no one cares about that, right?
It's true. Yeah, and they've made sequels and stuff.
Right. I don't think that. Yeah. I mean, I think there's things that they shouldn't touch, right? Like, didn't they remake like Psycho and stuff? But they did the same like in the 90s.
Yeah.
But they did it like shot for shot as the original Psycho.
Why?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Why would you do that? And then they made it a TV show.
Yeah. I think probably the ones that work best are the more obscure films, right? I mean, I guess a lot of 30s films are obscure to people now, but.
Yeah, you get 100 years, and then you get to remake it.
I think but also, like, you know, not all old movies. The more old movies you watch, the more you realize, like, wow, there's a lot of bad ones. You know what I mean? It's not like when we look back, we're like, oh, I love old movies, but when you watch a bunch of them, you're like, that sucked. Oh, this one's great.
Yeah.
You know, it's like movies now. It's just that when I think people just see like the black and white and the like costumes and stuff, and they're like, oh, this is so glamorous, but there's a bunch of bad ones too. So I think if they took like the bad ones and made them better, then it would work.
How
like
does one today decide which are good and bad old movies? Like, I want to watch I want to watch an old movie tonight.
Yeah.
How do you pick an old movie and know that it's going to be good as opposed to a bad one? Do you have to Google it? Is that easy, or like? Or do you just have to watch a bunch of bad ones?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of you can look up like lists and stuff, but I mean, a lot of the good one. I mean, I guess if you're like me and you're like researching stuff a lot, you kind of just like have heard of a lot of them, you know, so you kind of know which ones are
because you
well
can't
known and
tell.
stuff. But maybe if you have like TCM or whatever, if you have the app, I mean, there's a lot of.
If they're still on a
free
streamer
movies.
now, they haven't been canceled for anything, right? Because HBO Max has it's
well,
just
Gone
called
with the
Max.
Wind's still on there, and a lot of people boycotted it, but it's still on Max.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know how that. Like, what else has been canceled that's not?
I don't know.
Like, if Gone with the Wind hasn't been, obviously, like Song of the South is not available anymore. I don't think you can even buy like a copy of it, like a DVD or whatever.
Wait, so that's a movie? Because I thought.
Yeah, that's a Disney movie.
Okay.
And
because there's also the song by some country singer.
Oh, really?
Song of the South.
So there's a Disney movie called Song of the South that's actually canceled that you can't access anywhere.
Wow.
I've seen it of course. But
what's it about?
Well, I saw it like years ago. I don't remember. It just like depicts. I mean, it just depicts.
It's got to be bad.
Yeah.
If it's Disney,
set in the South, and
is it live action or animation?
It's like both. Like
okay, live animation.
Right. Right. Like the black actor is live action. And then this is so bad. I'm sure lots of people know way more about Song South than me, but then I think like there's like cartoon stuff in there too.
Have you seen that movie about child trafficking that everybody's talking about right now?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Do you know what it's called?
Yes.
I don't remember the name of it.
The Sound of Freedom?
Right.
Yeah.
Sound of Freedom. Do you know anything about it?
I do. A little bit. I haven't seen it yet, but like I know the gist of it, and I've seen the controversy and whatnot.
Everybody that I know that has seen it. I have not seen it. I just heard about it for the first time on Sunday.
Yeah.
3 days ago.
Right.
4 days ago? Anyway, my little brother calls me. He's not my real little brother. It doesn't matter. He's like, it's the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life.
Yeah.
And Disney and Target are trying to cancel it. I'm like,
right.
Why?
Well, Disney, I think Disney originally was going to produce it and then they dropped it.
Yeah. But it's not, the film itself doesn't, it's got a risque topic, but it's not a risque.
Correct. Yeah. Well, it's about child trafficking and it's based off of a real, I mean, there's like a foundation, I think called like the Underground Railroad or something. Yeah. No, actually.
Wait. Seriously?
Actually, yes. And it's basically like, I don't know.
They just
I'm like butchering all this stuff, but
they took the name and everything.
It's called something like that. But it basically, yeah. But I mean, I guess the concept is like leading these kids to freedom. So like they go in and like save these kids that are being trafficked in other countries. And I don't know if they're like ex-Marine or SEALs or what, or I don't know.
They're probably portrayed as something very patriotic.
What?
They're probably portrayed.
Yeah, right. Correct. Yeah. So, so that's what it's based off of. So the film itself is not controversial.
Like you could take your kid and go watch it probably.
Well, it's disturbing, I think, from what I've heard. I mean, it's like some of it's actual footage. Yeah. Too.
Oh.
And I mean, they're saving kids from child trafficking, like
it's not documentary.
Sex labor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Hollywoodized, except not because Hollywood would. So, but
there's a program.
But I guess the issue, I didn't know there was a problem with it. But then I saw all my actor, like when my actor friends weren't busy striking, they were busy bitching about this movie. Like, so they're like, give us more money. Also, this is, they're basically just have a problem with
everything.
Jim Caviezel and the studio that ended up producing it, Angel Productions or something. They're LDS, I guess.
Oh, everything's clicking now.
Right. So that's why people are, and they're like, oh, they're Jim Caviezel's like Kanan or whatever. I didn't even like know that term. I knew that term, but like,
I don't know what that means.
I don't care. But like, or like, I don't care what it means. Like it's,
Is that like QAnon, but it's Kanan?
Is that how it's saying?
I don't know.
QAnon?
Well, there was QAnon from the Trump stuff.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I thought it was QAnon. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
I don't know either.
Well, they're saying that
we're getting flagged for this one, folks. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's the controversy. I just heard about the controversy recently. I didn't know there were more things to fight about, but apparently there are.
Of course. Well, I should have said, no, there's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Our country needs to take a big improv class. Yes, and
we all just start agreeing about everything.
Yes, and yes.
Oh my God.
Or like even a yes, but. Even if people were like, yes, but I see things this way.
I totally agree.
Instead of being like, no, you're evil.
There's one person I think can do improv that's no but. And I think it's Will Forte. But I think I might also be thinking about somebody else. No. What's his name? He's on SmartList. His name is also Will.
Will Arnett?
Will Arnett.
He can do improv what?
He is so good at improv.
Really? He's funny.
I think that he can do no but instead of yes and.
Yeah.
Like he can disagree with you.
Doesn't the yes and thing kind of like ruin?
Yes and is for beginners because it just, you need the conversation.
Yeah, my
boyfriend
flowing. Said the other day, he's like, I loved improv until I learned the rules.
Right.
He's like, until I learned the yes and thing, then that ruined everything. Then it wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And?
Yes, but.
Yeah. But I think Will Arnett can like totally disagree with you and then still keep the conversation flowing and shit on you and make you feel special at the same time.
Yeah.
I aspire to be Will Arnett when I grow up.
Yeah. Well, you have time.
I'm going to start by being the voice of the Batman.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
You just have to do the whole podcast that way and hope you don't get nodes.
What are nodes? Is that like stuff on the back of your throat?
You have to keep going.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's like sometimes singers get them.
Oh, I sound like this from smoking for 25 years.
Yeah, so then you can get rid of nodes, but
oh really?
Or sometimes you have to get
Node you can't. Node, nope. Sorry guys. I also am quitting comedy right now.
Yeah,
because I just said node
right
you can't.
this minute.
Yeah,
That
it just goes
funny.
black. Oh god damn it. I really, really thought this would be all about old Hollywood.
Well,
I really wanted you to
to
shine.
it.
Well, we're almost
Who
done.
said we didn't? I mean,
Well, we
we
shined.
talked about a plethora
We sure did.
in all our shiny white glory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that you were such a racist, or I would not have invited
I didn't
you.
realize you were such a
Asshole.
racist ally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, racist ally. It's way funnier.
I didn't know
dude.
you were such racist adjacent.
Wow. Can you imagine if that was your name? Hello.
Racist adjacent?
My name is Racist Adjacent.
I didn't even know we'd be talking about this. I feel like this is bringing me back to my comedy days. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've talked about this stuff in so long.
Old Hollywood?
No, racism.
Oh, okay.
Like, I feel like, you know, when you're in the comedy community, it's like
Fun for
everywhere, and, you know,
it is everywhere.
there's jokes about everywhere and
Yeah.
stuff, and you're kind of like, this is, yeah.
I think
But, you know, once you're out of it, you don't really.
yeah. Then you stop making fun of gay people and black people all the time.
I still make fun of gay people all the time.
I
mean,
don't.
I do, but I grew up in the theater and just always had a lot of
Dads.
gay male gads,
Gads.
gay male friends, and
That's not what that stands for.
what?
Gads doesn't spell gay male friends.
Gads is a gay dad. You said dads, right?
Yes.
It's a gay dad. A gunkle.
I know.
A gunkle, a gad.
This is making another bad joke about.
Gay.
Oh, check this out. So
Uh-oh.
last season I had a guest on, Anthony Davis, big, chubby, redheaded comedian dude. Anyway,
Okay.
he tells me a story about how he
You have
went.
to be more specific.
Anthony Davis.
Big, chubby.
Is that all the people that you know is big and chubby?
I mean, I think if I thought of like male comedian, I would think of, you know, someone like not in shape.
Oh, really? You don't think Matt Rife, like right off the bat? Okay. Because I'd say more of us are like Matt Rife than we are like Anthony Davis.
Really?
Don't look at me like that. That's not fair. Anyway.
Oh, things have changed.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I mean, you guys shouldn't be taking over this industry. It's really for the uglies. Like,
You
they
guys?
can't have anything. Well, now I'm putting you in the good-looking group.
Thank you.
I'm putting you in the
I
Matt
don't
Rife.
deserve
You,
it.
Matt Rife, and Jeff Dye should just like.
Have a threesome
I mean,
and tape it.
if
and put
you
it on
want to do
OnlyFans.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, go do that.
That would only be fun for me and Jeff. Poor Matt. I'm so glad he's of age now. We can make fun of him sexually.
Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm one of the 300 people that he follows.
Really?
I had to throw a pinky in the air for that one.
He's big in the gay community. They all send me. They're like, "Oh my god, look at this child."
Their fans, the gays don't go to his shows, though.
They don't?
They can't get tickets
Why?
because there's too many chicks buying tickets.
Oh, yeah, he does sell out like far in advance, huh?
He just sold out an entire world tour in one day.
Good for him.
He is a fantastic human being.
I've never seen him perform. I mean, good for him though. I don't.
You should
care.
go see him perform. He is very funny. His actual jokes
Yeah.
you don't get to see on TikTok because
Right.
it's like him shitting on some lady with a turtle costume or whatever. Turtle soup.
Turtle soup costume.
Yeah, but his actual jokes are
He
very
seems funny. I just wouldn't go see anybody live ever. Like my friend was like, "Do you want to go see who is it? Like Chappelle at the Dave Chappelle, the Hollywood Bowl, I have an extra ticket. I was like, no.
The Bowl, no. Someone called me.
I was like, no, I have no desire to see any comic ever again.
Well, Chappelle did The Lab.
Was it him? Who was it then? Someone was.
Well, no, he did the Bowl for 4 nights in a row.
Yeah, okay, so it was then, and they had like an extra ticket.
But I would see Chappelle. I wouldn't go to the Bowl either.
Yeah.
But Chappelle at The Lab in front of 40 people.
Yeah.
I'd go sit there all night.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either, but
I don't leave the house.
I would not do that. I just don't like watching stand up. But I'm sure it's nothing against Matt Rife. I'm sure he's very funny. I'm just saying I wouldn't see anybody. But I'm sure
like
he's great and I'm happy for him.
I would watch it more than I like watching it more than I like performing it.
You do?
Yeah. Because I like to try and break people's jokes down.
Well, then you should keep doing it if you love it. Don't quit.
Okay. Don't quit.
Don't quit.
I don't know. They always say like you're about to break right before you want to quit. But I think also with stand up, you feel like you're about to break like all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's just never really what I like saw myself doing.
Yeah.
Like long term.
What do you do when you're not doing Hollywood stuff?
Just I don't know. I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, what if he asked me like what my hobbies are? And I was like reading doesn't. I just like reading about history and stuff.
Okay.
Like that's not a hobby, but that's just what I like to do is research.
What do you call it?
I know that's so boring. It's like I don't want to play sports.
You to do it?
No.
Then it's not a job.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's not like a sport. Like I don't like playing any sports. I don't like watching any sports. I don't like going to concerts.
Okay. I'm on board with all this so far. I don't like leaving the house.
Yeah. I mean, that is like my interest. Is like I'm just like. I love to learn.
So how do you plan?
I love reading things. I love researching things. I like different time periods. And
when you're sitting around reading for love or money, whichever it is.
Yeah.
Do you just come across a fact and you're like, that's my next video? Or does it strike you in the middle of the night and just sit straight up and you're like, I got a video idea?
No, I think a lot of them were just things I like. Were like obvious things I wanted to talk about, like Jean Harlow or whatever. Like if there's certain stars that I've been a big fan of forever. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I'll just like watch something, or I'll watch something that's inspired by a historical event, and then be like, oh, is there a movie about this?
And then
or if I'm like interested in World War II at the time, or whatever, I'll be like, what films? Like I did one of the best years of our lives. Like what films are like deal with like PTSD, what films are kind of like propaganda, what films are like, whatever, like documentary, I don't know. So if there's like a certain topic I'm really into, like now I'm back into like the American Revolution stuff. So yeah, I might want to cover some of those.
American Revolution, I think, happened a little bit before Tinseltown.
Yeah.
Do you have another account where you make Hollywood or Revolutionary War stories?
No. And I don't think I know enough about like, I don't have like a photographic memory. I don't think I know enough about stuff. I feel like film stuff I've been studying classic film. I have like it's not like I have a degree in it or whatever. I have a degree, just not in that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, yikes.
I'm going to need to...
get out of Hollywood, it really matters.
I need to see your degree before you can come on the Isaac Abrams show.
Yeah. You should start doing that. We need to start...
Dude, I'm a high school dropout.
People. Yeah. Are you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not checking nobody's nothing.
No, it doesn't matter, and it's ridiculous, and we should all pay for everyone's student loans.
No, well,
just kidding. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
I'm totally joking.
I was like, you pay for your own shit.
I was totally joking. You should pay for my student loans.
I should. Send me your USC bill.
Because that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? No, I don't. I feel like I all the like classic film stuff. I've just like in high school, I was like so into classic film, and I dressed like I had like short like bleached hair, and I did like finger waves, and I wore only like 1930s clothes, and my mom was a costumer, so she'd make some of my stuff for me. And so I was like really dedicated to it. Yeah. But I mean, it was nerdy back then because that was also like the Paris Hilton like Ugg boot time, I guess. Oh my God. So it was before like hipster. So even
we're talking about low-rise jeans, thongs out the crack.
100%.
Ugg
so
boots.
if it had been like maybe like hipster time, it would have been like people would have been like, oh, you're doing this this is a statement.
Yeah, you're doing
back
it
then,
unironically.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
it was before that even. So yeah, it was very different then, I guess, right? Like
was that here in LA or just
San
in
Francisco?
California?
Or east of San Francisco.
It
was still weird, and there's some weird shit in San Francisco. It was still different, but I didn't feel different. Or I mean, I knew I was different, but I didn't like. I thought I was
fun
cool
of for it?
No,
At all.
well, maybe behind my back, but like I literally didn't care. Like I was so. I mean, I was like, I'm going to Hollywood, and I know everything about it. And you guys can all sit here and rot. And like I just didn't, I just didn't care that I liked being different. I mean, that's also like a high school thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I liked looking different.
Right.
Now in that like vintage community that I guess I'm kind of in, like the vintage film community, a lot of people, or even like vintage, it like meshes together with like vintage clothing, vintage, you know, like there's people that are just like into retro stuff.
Right.
But a lot of those people dress like the period. But since I want to be more palatable to normal people, I don't want people to see me looking like all 30s and be like, this, I can't relate to this.
Right.
Like I want to appeal to normal people, not just like this group of people who are already into it.
Yeah, you don't want to sing to the choir, right? So you're like,
I want to get people interested that are like like a younger generation that aren't exposed to it, or even my generation. You know, just people that maybe haven't had the exposure, or they think it's just, you know, too stuffy, or like they see black and white and they're turned off immediately.
Sorry.
There's just too many.
It's just that's the theme. It's the theme of this episode.
I mean, you can't talk about old movies without saying black and white. So I think we were just set up for
it's like Jim
bringing
said.
black and white.
There's only two colors. You can either be one or the other.
Who said this?
Jim Jeffries.
Jesus? Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ is who she was talking about.
Jim Jeffries.
Yeah. Also not his real name.
Wait, what did he say?
He said something about the like black and white being the only two colors to pick from. Like, he said something. Somebody said something about blackface
on my podcast, or
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was not me. I didn't bring it up on that one.
You didn't bring up
anything. I was
anything.
like a little more. Well,
you couldn't even get a word in.
I didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm just doing that thing where I'm quiet for a minute.
It's okay.
Let you talk.
No, I don't.
I could do this all day.
Yeah.
What movie is that from? The musical of, did you see this? Oh, I guess I should use more words. Steve Rogers in the musical. Do you watch Marvel movies at all?
A little bit.
I'm
like kind of, yeah, my boyfriend makes me watch them. So.
I'm not sure if it was a Christmas special or a spinoff, but they made a theatrical musical inside one of the Marvel movies or shows.
Okay.
And I think it was one of the shows. About the Avengers, like saving New York. And the theme song is Steve Rogers singing I Could Do This All Day, because that's his catchphrase. Yeah. I'll put a clip in.
Yeah.
Who am I, Rick Glassman?
It's a little obscure for me, but are you really into Marvel stuff?
No, I'm caught up, but I won't watch all the side shows.
What are the side shows?
They have individual spin-off television programming for each of the characters.
Okay. I know what you mean. Like
that
the Wanda?
Sounded a little mansplaining.
Like the Wanda thing?
Yeah, like WandaVision.
Okay. I do. Yeah, okay.
And it could be on one of those.
Okay.
And now I feel like I should just pull my phone out and go like, here, this is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I brought it up now. So I'm trying to dig my way out of this hole.
Oh, you're just saying you could do this all day. I think you were trying to wrap it up.
I was. Yes. Thank you. No, I used to do like 3 or 4 hour podcasts. It's just impossible to edit.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was back when
this won't be hard to edit. You just need to. There's like 1.5 minutes. I like old movies. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for watching. And that's our show. No, I just need to run it by a council of interracial folks to just go like, is any of this offend anyone in this room? Yeah. Hey, just throw the cameras down the hallway and see if they like it.
Yeah. You know everyone knows who gets the most offended: white people. So
it's true. I need more people to get offended at this show.
White people are the number one
best people in the world.
I was gonna say number one public enemy. Just edit.
I just thought about Borat. You're like, white people, number one best people
in the
world. That's gonna clip good. Thank you for watching Racism 101. My guest today has been Maddie Hanson.
How black are they? How dark are they?
You can find Maddie on Instagram at Tinseltown Maddie. Way to rebrand that.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
Is that silly?
No, your old name that Jim tried to say on his episode. We're talking about the Jim Jeffries show. I don't know about that. It was like...
Well, it's like my real... it's like Maddie Hanson _1, or it was like my real name.
Yeah.
Right?
Once you start, it was like a D in it, and they were like, Rose D. I was like, okay. No one's going to find that.
Yeah, I had to,
Yeah. But everybody can remember Tinseltown Maddie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the most famous actor from the 20s and 30s was Maddie Hanson Sr.
Yeah, that's... Little do people know.
I was waiting for a lifeboat there. And you were like, uh-huh.
Yes?
Yeah. Like I did to you
Maddie
earlier.
Hanson Sr.
Man, karma's a bitch, dude. Wow. Maddie, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for boring us with your old Hollywood bullshit. Glad we got through this one, right, folks? Jesus Christ, that was boring. I'm sorry. No, sincerely, thank you. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
You're a good sport. Tinseltown Maddie at Instagram. We won't put it on the screen because that takes extra time. And we'll see you next week, everybody. Or later this week. It's twice a week now, Tuesdays and Thursdays, whenever I wake up.